teacher vai fazer furinho em você.
Looking at this obedient boy makes my heart melt, like he's just sitting there politely.
Cats are always doing things for no reason.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a Bernese Mountain Dog named Benny.
Jump, dude. Oh, sorry.
Long live the king.
What are you doing?
对，然后它的右下角那个是我们的佣金，对，第一年度20。
Waiting the vet to help him.
Furinho. Não vai doer. Titio promete, tá?
Please come here. Please come here. Shh. 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 Come here. Come here. Shh. Come here.
Looks like a day off kind of mood for this bird dog.
The smaller your customer is, the more difficult you do the job, because how you can hold them still if they're too small.
You don't have a home, do you? Uh-oh. Somebody's mad.
Cat's been an indoor cat for 10 years, only been outdoors for the last 2, and he loves playing in the snow, especially with his own tail.
Todavía me besta. Míralo vos. ¿Me irás a dejar de matar? Muy bien. La próxima vacuna en 21 días, así que sería el...
满意吗？办卡吗？
Girl. Stormy. These furballs are born comedians, but Snow just takes them.
He did not expect the conversation to go that way.
No.
No. What is this, Chica? Oh. Oh, Chica.
Get the snow. Get in there. Get in there.
Penny, are you sure you want to eat right now? I was thinking about going for a walk.
You are.
You guys.
Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, MIT and the Way He Always Stays. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. MIT doesn't follow me the way dogs do in movies. He doesn't run ahead, doesn't bark for attention, doesn't circle my legs asking for praise. MIT stays. Every morning, when I wake up, he is already there, curled into a soft, uneven loaf at the corner of the room. Not close enough to touch, not far enough to feel alone. Just there. Always there. His ears flick slightly when I move, like he's been awake the whole time but didn't want to make a show of it. Our days are ordinary. Painfully ordinary, some would say. I make coffee. MIT stretches, slow and exaggerated, like he's reminding the world that time can bend if you ask politely. I check my phone. He checks nothing, because he trusts that whatever happens next will include him. When I sit down to work, MIT settles nearby. Sometimes under the table, sometimes against the wall, sometimes behind me, where I can't see him but can feel him, his warmth, his breathing, the quiet proof that another living being has chosen to share this exact moment with me. If I get up suddenly, MIT doesn't panic. He doesn't chase. He simply stands, watches, and when I stop moving, he sits again. As if to say, I'm not leaving. I'm just adjusting. There are afternoons when nothing goes right. Emails pile up. Thoughts scatter. The world feels loud even when the room is silent. MIT notices these days without being told. He moves closer, rests his head against my leg, not demanding anything, just offering weight, gravity, reality. Sometimes I wonder if MIT knows how much space he fills without taking any. When the sun shifts across the floor, MIT shifts too, following the warm patch like it's a shared appointment we both forgot to write down. He sighs often, deep, theatrical sighs, like he's an old soul trapped in a dog's body, mildly amused by my human urgency. MIT doesn't try to fix my day. He just stays inside it. And somehow, That makes all the difference. There was a time when I thought love was loud. I believed love announced itself, with words, with promises, with constant proof. I believed being there meant doing something, saying something, changing something. MIT never agreed with that idea. On days when I was sick, MIT didn't fuss. He didn't hover anxiously or whine. He lay beside the bed, close enough that I could reach him without effort, far enough that I could breathe. When I shifted, he shifted. When I slept, he slept. When I woke up at strange hours, unsure of myself, he opened one eye and stayed exactly where he was. Once, during a storm, the power went out. The house fell into a thick, unfamiliar darkness. I reached for my phone, for light, for distraction. MIT did none of that. He walked over, sat beside me, and pressed his side against my leg. No panic, no questions, just presence. There were harder days too, the kind that don't show on the outside. Days when I sat on the floor longer than necessary. Days when my thoughts felt heavier than my body. Days when I didn't know what I needed. MIT didn't try to understand the reason. He understood the moment. He stayed when I cried quietly, the kind of crying you do when you don't want to alarm anyone. His tail didn't wag. His ears didn't droop dramatically. He just rested his chin near my knee, breathing slowly, teaching me, without words, that it was okay to exist exactly like this. I once left the house in a rush, forgetting my keys, my bag, my composure. When I came back minutes later, MIT was still sitting by the door. Not pacing, not barking, just waiting, like he hadn't even considered the possibility that I wouldn't return. That's when I realized something important. MIT doesn't stay because he's trained to. He stays because staying is his choice. And in a world where everything feels temporary, messages that disappear, plans that change, people who drift, MIT's quiet loyalty feels radical. Revolutionary, even. He doesn't ask where I'm going. He trusts that wherever I go, I'll come back. And if I don't, he'll still be here, holding the shape of my absence until it makes sense again. MIT has taught me that staying isn't about being still. It's about being available. When guests come over, MIT observes first. He doesn't rush introductions. He sits back, watches hands, listens to voices. If someone is gentle, he approaches. If someone is loud, he keeps his distance. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Children love him because he lowers himself to their level. Elderly people love him because he doesn't pull, doesn't rush, doesn't demand energy they don't have. MIT adjusts himself to the world instead of asking the world to adjust to him. In the evenings, when everything slows down, MIT chooses a spot near me. Not always touching, but close enough that our worlds overlap. Sometimes he snores softly. Sometimes he stays awake longer than I do, guarding nothing and everything at once. I talk to him sometimes. About small things. About big things. About nothing at all. MIT listens with the same attention every time. No judgment. No interruption. Just a steady presence that makes words feel lighter once they leave my mouth. There are moments when I catch him watching me. Not expectantly, not anxiously, but thoughtfully. As if he's memorizing me. As if this ordinary version of me is worth remembering. That thought changes the way I see myself. MIT doesn't need me to be impressive. He needs me to be here. And because of him, I try harder to stay too. I stay in conversations longer. I stay with uncomfortable emotions instead of running. I stay present when life feels dull instead of waiting for it to become exciting. MIT has never asked me to be better. He's shown me how. By staying. MIT and the way he always stays remind us of something deeply important in modern life. Presence is more powerful than perfection. In a world that celebrates speed, productivity, and constant change, animals like MIT quietly teach us the value of simply being there. He doesn't try to fix problems, solve emotions, or push life forward faster than it needs to go. He stays beside moments, both joyful and painful, without judgment. That kind of companionship is rare, and it's something humans can learn from. From MIT, we learn that relationships don't need constant noise to be meaningful. Sometimes, the greatest comfort comes from shared silence. We learn that loyalty doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be gentle, consistent, and calm. Most importantly, MIT shows us that animals are not just companions, but teachers. They help us slow down, pay attention, and reconnect with what truly matters. To apply this in daily life, we can practice being more present with our pets, our loved ones, and ourselves. Listen more. Rush less. Stay when things are uncomfortable instead of leaving too quickly. When humans learn to stay the way animals do, we create a kinder world, one built on trust, empathy, and quiet understanding between all living beings.